Hello, friends, and welcome to this Take Two for Wednesday, the 2nd of November, 2022. I'm Jeannie. I'm so glad you've decided to come along for the ride on this hump day. First Take Two of the month. Well, listen, I was thinking about a friend of mine that I bumped into the other day, and this was a couple we knew a long time ago, and they have a daughter who, when we met her, she was just a teenager. Now she's in her 20s, and she's not living in the area anymore. She's gone on and gone other places. And I asked my friends, I said, how is your daughter doing? How is Vicky doing? And they said, well, she always had trouble with making friends, and she was always the type that when we'd go to a new place and move somewhere else or whatever we were doing, or move to a different church or move to a different school, whatever it is, she would automatically like latch on to people, and the first person she met, the first friend she met, and she wanted to be best friends with them. She said, as a result of that, she ended up really alienating people because of that latching on, wanting to be best friends. But she had such a low self-esteem about herself because she couldn't really make friends well, that this is what she would do. And I said, well, what's Vicky doing now? And they said, well, we tried so hard with her. We tried to encourage her about things, and ended up that she did hang out with a group of people who are less than desirable types. And anyway, this is who she is now hanging around with because she feels like she found somebody to accept her. And it's really sad because she has such a great personality and she is a loving, giving person, but because she would overwhelm people, they would just kind of reject her back. So now she's hanging out with a bunch of people who, I don't know what the situation is, but I think that maybe they're taking advantage of her good nature, and it's just a really sad situation. Friendship's a funny thing, because if you want to be friends with people, of course we do. We want to have friends. It's important. But when you go to a new place, whether it's school or join a new church or join a club, or you move to a new city or new job you start, there's always going to be different groups of people that you encounter. You can't be best friends with every single person you meet. It's just not possible. Friendships have to develop naturally. They have to develop slowly. So think about this long and hard. Have I been overwhelming to people? Have I expected somebody to be my best friend when I haven't given any of this time to develop? Maybe that person in my life is just going to be an acquaintance. Maybe it's going to be someone I'm just casual with. Maybe it's somebody I don't get to know at all. You know what? All of those categories are okay. You don't have to be best friends with every single person you meet. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes you may get called on to do a kind deed or do something for somebody that you hardly know. Of course, be open to those opportunities and be open to friendships developing that way. But just so you know, you don't have to be best friends with everybody you meet. Remember, even Jesus had the 3, he had the 12, and then he also had the multitudes. You can't be best friends with everybody. So cherish the best friends and the good friends that you do have. Now listen, go out and be a blessing to somebody today. It may be a best friend, it may be a stranger, but listen, you may end up being the only one who is, so go do it, okay? Don't forget to tune into my program, Through the Eyes of a New York Woman, every Saturday on ultimateoldiesradio.com at 9 Eastern, 8 Central AM and PM, and then again at oldies700.com, that's oldies700.com on Sundays at 4 Central, 5 Eastern. Good programming, and we're just getting ready in a little while to start rolling in that holiday music and programming. I love you very much. You are my friends, and I love you. Some of you are best, some of you I hardly know, but either way, it's okay. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.